doesn't answer the question. So let's try to stay focused on one false claim at a time if we can, because we might get bogged down.
Okay.
So you said, you actually started by saying that blocking puberty, which is chemical castration of a child,
Just one example, yeah.
yeah, is life-saving.
It can be.
How do you know?
Because there are children who have been suicidal that have had these interventions made.
What children? How do you know? And how many children have had that done
Me personally,
and then
I
are
haven't
still
met
suicidal?
children. Me personally, I haven't met enough trans children to answer that question.
Okay.
But I know
You
that
are
the
making-
research exists.
You're making this statement, you're stating it as a fact in front of all these people. There must be a reason, there must be something that you encountered that led you to this rather radical conclusion that to save a child's life, you have to chemically castrate him.
Not every child. No, sir.
Okay, well, that is what you just said. The drugs we give to kids for puberty blockers, so-called puberty blockers, originally are cancer drugs used to treat prostate cancer. They're also used to chemically castrate sex offenders and child rapists. Now we give them to physically healthy kids. You're saying that we need to do that or they will die. And so one last time I'm going to ask you, what evidence do you have of that remarkable claim?
I don't think I claimed that every child would benefit from that.
Well, no, I didn't say you did.
Okay,
You
well,
said
no,
puberty
you
blockers
did, you did.
You said puberty blockers are life-saving. What
I
evidence do
said
you have for that?
they can be.
So
The
how do you
evidence
know?
is the encounters with patients who have had these procedures done, and it has saved their, I don't want to say it saved their lives, but it has made their lives better. I can't confirm whether or not they're alive right this second, but there are children that it has helped. So what do you have to say for the happy trans community who has benefited from these procedures? That's my question
I guess what I
for
have
you.
to say is that your entire question is built on a whole stack of false premises that you can't begin to even remotely defend. So it's a faulty question from the start. I reject your premise. I absolutely reject that there are any kids who need to be chemically castrated in order to be happy.
Okay.
It is clear that this chick has no idea what she actually believes, because the moment she gets challenged on it, you could see her brain almost have to re-download and reprogram, because not only is she getting pushback, but she has a conscience enough to accept that that pushback might have a point. And she doesn't fully know why she's arguing. All she knows is it feels right. And of course, Matt Walsh, what he's really good at is making your feelings sound really, really stupid. Unfortunately, that's about the only thing he's really good at in this sphere, because he's not great at debate. He's good at posing basic questions. His whole documentary, What is a Woman? That's a great question that so many liberals are not good at answering. And so many leftists refuse to answer and get mad at him for posing it. But you know what Matt Walsh isn't good at? He's not good at nuance. And clearly this girl isn't either. She doesn't seem like she quite has that IQ threshold to get over to understand nuance, because on one hand, there are success stories of people who have transitioned, and then there are, on the other hand, there are nightmare stories where people went, I have made a huge mistake. And furthermore, if Matt Walsh really wanted to go the distance on this, he would always bring up the origins of a lot of transgender theory and how it is so murky, how it's so mired, and it was basically one person's random fantasy science project because of one kid's botched surgery. And apparently as all trickled downhill and snowballed, and now no one knows what the science actually says anymore, when the science wasn't started off on the right foot to begin with. So that's why you question premises so much, why you question the starting point so much. And if you can't get a good one, if you can't get the truth from that, you need to question everything that happens past that point.